I'm going to show you my 3 pellet stoves I installed in my house. This is December. I installed them back in like March, April, May, something like that, in the spring. Um, I didn't want to do it when it was freezing cold out. I mean, don't wait until it's cold when you need heat to think about installing something. This is a PelPro 130 with the extended hopper up top. It holds 300 pounds of pellets, and it does hold 300 pounds of pellets. I mean, I could load the 40-pound bags into that thing, and it just keeps asking for more. I keep 3 thermostats on this thing. One right over here on the front, one on the side, one up on the back pipe. This one here you don't really need because this is all part of the hopper area that stays cool anyway. The original hopper. From here up is the extension. Now I bought the thing as one whole unit, so I didn't have to play around with adding the extension or anything. The one over here, that works, and the one up there works, but these things, they barely have any, radiant heat that comes out these sides. I mean, they're very safe. I used to have a larger coal furnace in here, and that was a nightmare. Anyway, I downsized the pipe and had an adapter to go into the existing chimney I had up there. You got to excuse these lines you see in the video at the top because my screen on my phone's cracked. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm not going to light these for you and go all through that kind of stuff because that's just, you know what a fire looks like. I'm telling you a little bit about the stoves I use. This throws a lot of heat. PelPro is a really good company so far with me. When I bought this, there's a little keypad thing down here on the side. The Accutron 4. It was acting up, or I don't know what it was doing. But I called them and they said, all right, what's the model number? I gave it to them. They sent me one in the mail free, no charge. I got it in like 3 days. But and it was only, instead of turning it on and it would operate, I have to turn it on, hit the off button, and turn it on again, and it works. It's like you have to do it twice to get it to work. So I didn't even put the new keypad in. The way I see it, I have a spare now if something really goes bad with it. So back in the spring, I was trying to get some pellet pipe. And I had these guys in the stores, like, you go to Home Depot and things to buy them. And they're like, oh, well, you can't get that kind of stuff. Now, we're almost into summer and spring is here. You don't wait until the snow's falling to install something like this, I told them. But anyway, whatever. So I put these in. But this throws a lot of nice heat. I always keep it on low, and it just runs for days and days and days on low. Throws a real nice heat. We haven't had real cold weather yet. I'm in the Pittsburgh area. But I mean, I keep it on number 1. I think it goes up to, has 5 heat settings, 3 or 4 fan settings, something like that. So that's the first one I'm using. Here's the second one I'm using. This one I have in my kitchen. This is a Castle Serenity. I bought this one at Home Depot, and this is a really great pellet stove. I mean, I don't think many people realize how nice these are. It's been flawless in everything so far. The keypad, I didn't really get into how much, you could set it to come on in the morning and all kind of different things like that. I just turn it on, turn it off. I'm cold, I turn it on. The only thing I don't like about this one is they say it's a 40-pound hopper. There's no way you're getting 40-pound of pellets in this hopper, so forget about it. But still, whenever it's filled, it goes for a good 10, 12 hours anyway. So, and I keep a bag right here next to it. Gets down some, I throw some in. Now my fresh air intake pipes, I use these things. I hear people saying, well, I'm going to use them, I'm not going to use them, and I don't use them, and it doesn't affect anything. Well, I heard if you're getting the fresh air really flowing in there, you're going to get a cleaner burn, everything like that, and a more powerful, burn. So I figured I'm going to use them. And again, like people say, don't spend 35 bucks on a piece of pipe like this. Go to Advanced Auto Parts, and I think I spent, I don't know, 20 or something. I got enough to do 3 stoves on one piece. And it's the same thing. That never gets hot anyway. That's cold air intake. But that Castle Serenity Home Depot stove, these are nice, and they must be catching on because they're always sold out anymore. Here's the third one that I have. I installed this in one of my bedrooms. It's currently getting remodeled at the time, but I wanted to get this in here. This one I bought used from a guy. I got it dirt cheap off of Craigslist. And again, I bought it back in like May, when people weren't really looking for them. It's PDVC 25 or something like that. Let me see if I can find what it is. Yeah, one of those Warnock, Hersey, something or others. They're all the same anyway. This has a decent sized hopper to it. You just lift them up. This is an older one. This is about 15 years old. It does not have the electronic start igniter like the other two have. The other two brand new ones. So I just keep some gel down there. Throw a little bit. Throw a little bit in there, and a little bit of pellets. Spread some gel on it. I light it, leave the door open for a little while until that really catches nice. You gotta wait till they get into nice embers though. Once you got the embers, that's when you want to turn it on, because it starts feeding those pellets in right away. And if you don't wait till you have good embers, you're going to snuff out the little fire that you had started and that you had going. But this is almost identical to new ones that are out now. The only difference is they have the electronic igniters in them now. The other two I could put thermostats on, but I'm not playing around with thermostats. Now they're going to run all the time anyway. This thing weighed a ton. This was extremely heavy. I compare it to a bank vault. Again, I built a little base for it out of ceramic tile, just some 2x4s on end, cross pieces throughout, and then cement board ceramic tile. This throws a lot of heat though. It's nice. Back to my original largest one that I have, the PelPro 130. I think it's called 130 because it has a 130 pound original hopper. But that's just my guess. Then you add on the top one, which gives you whatever up to 300. This thing burns. That side one over there is the most accurate one for me, knowing where the temperature is on the sides and everything. It stays steady about 110 degrees on the first setting. Now I had a coal furnace in here, and that thing, I had one here on the coal furnace. It would be up, all the way up in the danger zones a lot, 500-600 degrees, and it was completely uncontrollable. Dust was out of this world. So I said, I gotta end that. So that's why I got rid of that. And while I was at it, I figure I'll pick up the other ones and put them in. It took some experimenting in how to light, start, and everything like that. But you get used to it pretty quick. One final thing I want to show you is I got one of these Power Smith ash vacuums. I bought it from Amazon. I think it was $89. Comes with a bunch of little hookups and you know, brushes and this and that. But you'll find that you just use the hose. I don't even put an end on it. These are an absolute must. And I'll tell you what, this is the best vacuum you could own. It throws zero dust when I'm cleaning this ash out of all of these. There is no dust that comes flying out of this. Don't try to use a regular wet dry vac because it's going to clog it. It's going to throw dust everywhere in your house. This thing's filters work so perfect that it's just, you know, it keeps it very clean. And there's so little ash that these things burn that this, you know, you can go for a while before you have to dump this. And here I have a supply of pellets right now. I got these from Home Depot. I'm just stocked up. Sit. Keep low. Keep low. So that's all I want to go over. And what I recommend, pellet stoves, definitely. I love them since I have them. They're easy, they're simple to take care of. There's no playing around with coal, wood, splitting wood. Oh, you got your advantages and people are going to say this and that. They must have not tried pellet stoves, because these things are easy and pretty simple. They're not dangerous at all. There's almost no danger to these things causing fire. The fire is only as big as, you know, almost a little bigger than your fist that's actually burning at one point. And yeah, if the power goes out, they're going to go out too. But I mean, how many times does your power go out a year? Unless you live out in the boonies. I mean, we live in the suburbs of Pittsburgh. Power might go out once every year, maybe every 2 years. But if you have heavy power outages all the time, then you're going to have to get into a battery backup or something. I've seen people use the ones you buy for a computer and stuff like that that'll keep it running right away. But that's not really an issue with me. So I recommend them. And that's probably the end of this video. And I want to say something else too. You know, there's nothing worse in videos. When people make videos and they have their favorite heavy metal song cranking in the background, people don't want to hear what your favorite song is. Please stop doing that. And what's even worse than that is somebody will make a 10-minute video and they say nothing. There's a video on here of a pellet stove showing the pellet stove burning for, I think it's like 8 minutes or something. You're staring at a flame. What is the purpose of that? And they have, you know, the nerve to say it's a review. Then you get these other people who say, complete review on my pellet stove. And you know, you're scanning through YouTube to see complete review on the pellet stove. And it's like 22-second long video. What are you going to review in 22 seconds? Again, it's a flame burning for 22 seconds. Okay, I'm done on my rant and rave. Those are my 3 pellet stoves. Now go ahead and get them because they do work nicely.